Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for coming in today. My name is Miss Eke. I am one of the assistant principals at Lawrence High School. I just wanted to welcome you all today for our June Cardinal Awards. Give it up for our kids. Along with me, we have our principal, Dr. Adam. We have our other two assistant principals, Dr. Williams, Dr. Marietta, as well. So, I wanted to give you a little bit of an overview of Cardinal Awards. If you've been to our Student of the Month ceremony, is similar to that. However, these are our students we're honoring for what they do outside of the classroom. These are our kids who are excelling in their sports, in their performances, in their clubs and activities. So our advisors are here today to talk to you about what they've been doing outside of the classroom and how they've been a positive impact in our school. So, without further ado, our first student nominated for Cardinal Awards is Ansa Mufti, and she was nominated by Ms. DeGennaro for Change in Action.
Come here, darling. Come stand with me. So it is my honor. Can you folks hear me? I'm Italian. I got good lungs. Okay, so I wanted to introduce to you one of my leaders in what we call Change in Action, and a real brief introduction to what Change in Action organization does. It's a little unique in its approach to things because what we do is try to educate our fellow students and the community about social and emotional issues that our students are dealing with on a daily basis. For example, suicide awareness, alcohol and drugs, tobacco, vaping, marijuana, teen dating violence. These are some of the issues that this organization discusses. This organization tries to design programs to help educate their fellow peers about the issues that they feel are pressing to them. So some of the things that we did this year very quickly to give you an overview of a very challenging thing to do. Because let's face it, folks, kids don't want to really hear about these things from us adults. But to get it from their fellow peers is much more powerful in its approach. So we do it in a very creative way, and Ansa being one of, well, she actually was the president of the organization this year. And our organization had some growing pains, shall we say, a little bit, but she was able to keep some of these students on task, and some of the things that we were able to accomplish this year were, for example, our Week of Respect. And Week of Respect, what we try to do is get students to feel better about themselves. So we put silhouettes on the wall with statistical information. The kids put Post-it notes of positive affirmations on every single locker. They put them in the bathrooms so that when students walk in and they're not feeling so great, they can see things like this to pick up their self-esteem, to improve their self-confidence. And these are one of the areas that they tried to do. We had buttons, smiley face buttons, so when they saw someone do a random act of kindness to someone else, they provided them a smiley face, and the kids are looking at them like, why are you giving me this? And then they noticed why. So it was a subtle approach to helping our students feel better about themselves in a way that isn't necessarily in your face. We also did a program for teen dating violence awareness, and we put information about healthy versus unhealthy relationships in the bathrooms, and from that, I had 6 students come to see me to talk about what they felt was maybe they weren't necessarily in an unhealthy relationship. So with that said, Ansa was the key factor in getting the students to stay focused, to get the information out, to help them bring about what they said that they were going to do, which is not an easy task for a student to do with another student. You know, she had Miss D kind of, kicking her a little bit with it, but you know what? It worked, and she was an exceptional leader, and I see this young lady doing amazing things in her future with her passion, her desire, and her real feel for helping other people. So I am so proud of you, my girl. I think you're going to do great things as you leave these walls this year. I'll probably snot and cry when you walk down the aisle. But to me, this is leadership at its best, and I'm really proud of this young lady. So congratulations. Hans, come here.
Our next student of the month from the Knitting and Crochet Club is Magdalena Monastra, and she was nominated by Miss Machine.
So I'm Miss McSheen. Really happy to nominate Magdalena for this award. The Knitting and Crochet Club is a newer club at school, so this is our second year of having the club. And ever since we started brand new last year, Magdalena has been such an influential member. Every time that we've had a project or something, some of you might have noticed when you walked in the big love mural hanging in the main hallway. That was our club that made that. We made that at the end of last year, and then we added on some new pieces to it this year in another display. But anytime we needed something, it was like, oh, we need one more red square. And Magdalena would be like, oh, I can make like one more of those squares. And we need another one of these, like, oh, I can make another one of those. And can somebody make the letters? Oh yeah, I can make some of those. And always volunteering everything that we need. And really is what helped the club grow so much, especially now in our second year, because of her commitment to the club and always being willing to take on extra things that we need. And it's been so great having you.
Our next student nominated for Cardinal Awards is Gladys Coronado, and she was nominated by Ms. Meyer for Color Guard.
Hello, I'm Andrea Meyer, and I've had the pleasure of having Gladys in Color Guard this year. Gladys has been an amazing addition. From day one, I could tell that she had an aptitude for Color Guard. On the field, she is fearless with her tosses. After mastering them quicker than more veteran members. She is a graceful performer and a joy to watch. Most importantly, though, she is kind. She is humble. She is responsible. These things make her a natural leader. Even though Gladys did not have an official title this year, I asked her to lead a section for our parades. When our numbers swelled for Disney, she adaptedly led the swing flag line. She reviewed routines, helped new members, and led the way for her section. She is someone I know that I can rely on to be a kind and confident leader. My only complaint about Gladys is that she didn't join sooner. Thank you, Gladys, for being an amazing addition to the Color Guard.
Our next student is, I'm so sorry. Our next student is Sophia Garcia, and she was nominated by Ms. Johnson for Triad.
All right, so I promised I wouldn't get sappy with these, but I lied, so sorry. I don't even know where to start with this one because I've known Sophia since she was just the little sister of one of my former students, Julian, and we had a lot of fun together. But even when she was being showcased as an itty bitty in his catchy mattress fundraiser jingle video, you thought I forgot about that, huh? It was easy to see that Sophia is special. Over our many years together, she has not stopped astounding me. It's so rare to see a combination of pure talent and boundless efforts and creativity and joy alongside such humble, quiet kindness. Sophia is the kind of person that I would trust with my life. And beyond that, she's someone I think will change our world without the world ever feeling the movement of those kind of growing pains. She's just that smooth. Of Sophia's many gifts in life, though, I think one of the most amazing is that she makes the immense things that she accomplishes through sweat and grit and determination seem absolutely effortless. She can spearhead events that would make many adults' heads swim while ironing out any issues that come up, and she does it all with a smile and a great sense of humor. She is grace personified, and I know that wherever she goes from here, the world will feel her presence, and we will be cheering her on as she goes. Congratulations. I'm not gonna cry. This is for you, dear.
Sorry, Denny. Okay.
We have two students nominated for DECA for Cardinal Awards. For Mr. Tees and Mrs. Eggert, we have Megan Simpson and Jessica Everman. You both can come up.
All right, good morning, everyone. First and foremost, we'd like to congratulate all of you that are here today for Cardinal Awards. For those that don't know us, my name is Mr. T. This is Mrs. Eggert. We are the DECA advisors and business teachers here at the high school. This year, Ms. Eggert and I have nominated Jessie Everman and Megan Simpson. Jessie and Megan have been DECA members for the last 4 years and currently serve as our DECA presidents this school year. Jessie and Megan have demonstrated true qualities and traits of being a leader. The Lawrence High School DECA chapter is the largest student body organization at the high school with over 240 members. We are also the largest DECA chapter in Mercer County, New Jersey. Without the guidance and leadership from Jessie and Megan, our chapter wouldn't be what it is today. Ms. Eggert?
This year alone, Jessie and Megan have gone out of their way to ensure every DECA member has had a positive and rewarding experience through their creation and participation in many student events and competitive conferences. With the help of Jessie and Megan's leadership, we were able to advise, manage, and guide over 240 DECA members who are involved with our DECA program in various events and competitive conferences.
Jessie and Megan have volunteered their time at all DECA events, fundraisers, and activities. They have demonstrated the DECA core values and qualified at the district, state, and international conferences multiple times. Jessie and Megan's initiative, responsibility, and positive attitude truly have contributed to the success of our DECA chapter. Although Jessie may give me her famous eye roll, or Megan with a sassy remark, we both would like to thank you for all your support and guidance throughout the last 4 years, and we wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Congratulations.
Our next student is Sonia Pollack, and they are nominated by Ms. Welsh for Student Council.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Doreen Welsh. I'm a counselor here at the high school, and I always seem to follow DECA in the awards programs. But anyway, as Student Council Advisor, it gives me great pleasure to recommend this young lady for an Achievement Award, a Cardinal Achievement. She's been with me the last 3 years. Correct. Yes, no. And she's always there, willing to help. She's great working with other kids, coming up with projects. As you know, our biggest project is homecoming, and she's always right there, spearheading things. And I know I can count on her. This past year, she's been secretary/treasurer, so we kept her busy. And next year, she's going to be our president. So I know I have to share you with, you ready for this? Cheerleading, Operation Smile, Science Olympiad, and STEM. So she's going to be busy next year. But I just wanted to say that I really appreciate all your help, all your efforts, and I look forward to working with you again another year at Student Council. So please give her a round of applause. She deserves it. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Our next Cardinal Award goes to Marjorie Simmons, who was nominated by Ms. Johnson for choir.
You can't yell at me. I can say what I want. Oh, okay. That's the deal. So, prepare yourself.
So I'm very lucky because my theme today gets to be young women who are changing the world. So I will never forget the first time that I met Margie, because as she was performing with her 8th grade class, her energy and her focus and her ability to immerse herself in the performance made her stand right up. I knew immediately she was going to be incredible. But over the years that followed, I watched people meet her 1,000 times, and every time it is a joy because she brings such sunshine to each and every greeting. But beyond that, Margie brings substance. And that substance enhances and evolves every group that she is a part of. Margie immerses herself in history, and she analyzes context and subtext not just in her music and her academic studies, but in the world around her. She brings that ever-evolving insight to everything she does. I don't think that I can appropriately explain or paint a picture of what happens when Margie is ready to speak in class. I see her getting ready from across the room, and I smile because I know something incredible is coming. And as I call on her, this hush falls over the room. But the energy rises because we all know that whatever Margie has to say is going to be compelling and heartfelt. And it will reach through layers and layers of the pieces that we've studied to expose the most delicate and difficult and powerful aspects of the piece that we're performing as it speaks to her. These qualities obviously make Margie a phenomenal musician, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Margie is a loyal friend. She's a kind and patient classmate. She's a joyful and playful member of the choir, and an absolute powerhouse of an alto. And in all honesty, she's a force of nature, who I know beyond a doubt will change our world. It is my honor and privilege to work with her on powerful music through the years, and no matter how far she roams or how accomplished she is, I will always think of her as one of my babies. Margie, I hope you know that you will always have a place in my heart and in our choir and in the LHS nest. Congratulations and best of luck.
You could say this for our office call. Listen, I told you it was gonna happen, okay?
Our next student nominated by Senorita Katz for Students Helping Honduras is Amberly Guzman.
Good morning, everybody, and congratulations to all of the recognized student volunteers. My name is Ms. Katz, and I am a Spanish teacher here at Lawrence High School. I'm also the advisor for Students Helping Honduras. I've been running the club for the past 10 years here at Lawrence High School. And I want to go back a little bit, a few years, because I've known Amberly since she was a little girl, because her sister Kelsey was one of my students in the middle school, traveled with me a few years to Honduras, and was an officer here at Lawrence High School for the club a few years back. When Amberly came up to the high school, I was very excited that the family was continuing to be involved in the organization that I'm so passionate about. But I have to say that I was so impressed with Amberly's initiative from the first day that she became an officer. I normally give the Cardinal Award to seniors. In fact, this is probably the first year I've not given it to a senior, but Amberly was so incredible this year as an officer that I couldn't not recognize her and acknowledge all the work that she's done throughout the year. I'm so pleased to have her for another 2 years. I feel so fortunate to be able to work with her for another 2 years. She's been an absolutely incredible addition to our executive team. She is one of the very few that I can always count on to do anything that needs to be done. Even sending her dad, who's standing in the back there, running out to the store last minute to pick up extra bags of candy when we ran out of candy the first 30 minutes of our trunk or treat event back in October. It wasn't even a question. She texted him, Dad showed up, so I can see that the dedication and responsibility runs in the family. I'm really looking forward to working with Amber the next couple years as an officer in Students Helping Honduras. Hopefully she'll be joining us on a trip one summer down to Honduras. I know it's something that's been in the works. But I really just want to thank you for everything that you've done. I'm so happy to have you on board, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the good things that you do in the upcoming years.
Here's your award. And we got your picture.
Our next student is Max Fogdell, and he was nominated by Mr. Irvin for TV and Media Center.
Hi, I'm Mr. Irvin. I'm the district technician for media services, and I work with a student crew doing a couple very different activities. We work with the LTPS TV, Comcast Channel 19 and Verizon Channel 37. Those programs also eventually end up on LTPS Rewind. I also work with the crew who does a lot of behind-the-scenes work for programs. Say, for instance, the Culture Fest program that's going on tonight. Last year, I had a senior who was very active, taking a lot of the high-pressure jobs and helping the crew along. At the end of last season, Max came to me and said, I want to be that guy next year. And he has. Max has been the leader of our organization. He has been very active in taking on different jobs. He's worked camera for more sports than I can remember. And he's worked in the booth in the high school auditorium. He's worked in the cafeteria here. He does a lot of things that people don't realize he's doing that help to make the show come forward. I can always count on Max to do a good job and be there on time, and with sometimes reminding me about things as I forget. He's always keeping me on track. So my choice for the Cardinal Award is Max Fogdell.
Our next Cardinal Award goes to Jillian B.A., who was nominated by Ms. Baldwin for the fall drama.
Hi, I'm Lori Baldwin. I'm the theater director here. I'm about to give the weirdest speech of all morning. Jill, for the fall show, auditioned, and unfortunately I didn't have a role for her in this show, but my dog, who is my baby, her name is Bibi, and she's a Chihuahua. She had a role in the show, and Jill was the wrangler for Bibi. And if you know anything about me, you know my dogs are like my loves. So I trusted Jill with Bibi, and Jill took this job very seriously and was very, very intent on making sure Bibi was on stage on time and off stage on time. And she also helped me make the difficult decision to pull Bibi from the show when Bibi had a panic attack on stage. So I could go on and on about how great of a student Jill is, but she really stuck out to me in the fall show for how seriously she took her job with my Bibi. So I present this Cardinal Award for the fall show to a true thespian, Jill B.A.
Let's get a picture taken.
If you didn't know, we have two shows at the high school. We have our fall drama and we have our spring musical. So Ms. Baldwin here is again to announce our Cardinal Award for Emma Lichtenstein for spring musical.
Okay, so for the spring musical, Emma was one of my stage managers, and by one, I mean the #1 stage manager that I could ask for. There was one particular Saturday rehearsal when I was getting really frustrated because we were missing a bunch of actors for whatever reason, and Emma turned to me, seeing my stress, and said, "Just for the record, Miss B, I'm here for you." And that meant everything to me because that's typical Emma. She was prepared, she was there at every single rehearsal, taking attendance, making sure things went well, and she kept her cool when we got the Grease Lightning car on stage and also when the punch bowls went flying the last show. So I am happy that she will be our president for the theater company next year, and I'm happy to give her this Cardinal Award for the spring musical this year.
Mr. Christel is our advisor for Model UN. He was not able to be here. He's actually a teacher over at the middle school. So I will be presenting this Cardinal Award to Sarah Dasanayake. So Mr. Crystal told me to tell you this. He said the following student, Sarah, is being recognized for their commitment to the Model UN Club. This student brought many ideas to enhance club activities, ran our social media, participated in our fundraising events, and even designed the club t-shirt. They attended student council meetings as a representative of the Model UN Club, and of course, gave great effort in preparing for our Model UN conference in New York City. It is without reservation that Sarah receives this Cardinal Award for Model UN Club. The height is crazy. Our next Cardinal Award goes to Laura Simone Martin, who was nominated by Ms. Clark for Black Student Union.
Good morning, everyone. So at first I thought, surely I'm just going to stand up and just go off the cuff and just say all these wonderful things about Laura. And then I realized, wait, you might want to jot some things down because you'll be up here, Cardinal Awards, we do have other recipients, and I'll just keep going on and on and on. So I have scripted some things because there's so much that I could say, and there's so much I want to say that I want to tailor my thoughts and my emotions about Laura. So when some students were trying to maneuver the terrain of remote learning, especially as sophomores, Laura was at home trying to figure out, what can I do in this tense racial climate that was created due to the death of George Floyd. As a sophomore student, she was trying to figure out how can I help and how can I heal the community. So as a sophomore student, she decided to create the Black Student Union. She came up with the idea of creating the Black Student Union because her goal was, I have to come up with a way to bring African American students and other students together to address African American issues, to educate, to uplift, to encourage, and to heal our society. Truly life-changing. And as a sophomore, I keep emphasizing that because, again, while a lot of students were sitting at home, while a lot of adults were maneuvering remote learning, she was thinking about, how do I make a difference? Okay, so Laura has completely, in the past few years, laid a solid foundation for the Black Student Union. And that solid foundation has been because of her strong leadership, because of her dedicated community service, and she's laid a foundation that leaves a legacy behind for other students to continue for generations to come. We are solid as a result of your strong leadership, Laura. We can't thank you enough for that. So on a personal level, and I'm going to keep this short, on a personal level, when I see Laura, Laura is more than just a club founder, a club leader, a student. On a personal level, Laura is family to me. I look at Laura and I see the daughter I never had. I look at Laura and I see a niece. I see a cousin. I see family. Laura is truly family to me. And I don't know what the halls of LHS will be like next year, but I do know they will be missing you, and I will be missing you. But I know you're going to go on to do amazing things, and I'm so excited for what life has to offer you. I wish you the very best, Laura. Congratulations, and I love you.
We have another student to nominate today for Gospel Choir for Miss Clark, and that is Marjorie Simmons. Yes, surprise, come on up.
So again, I had to tailor my response. So Margie Reese Simmons joined Gospel Choir last year during a rebuild year. It was our first year back from the pandemic. We had not performed together as a group for a few years. So I didn't know what the year was going to look like. I didn't know the kids that were going to be interested in joining Gospel Choir. I just wasn't sure what to expect. I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough members in each section. And with a small choir, you really need strong members in your sections. Well, I could not have asked for a stronger alto in Margie. I believe Ms. Justin just spoke about this. Margie is a phenomenal alto. Not only is she a phenomenal singer, she has a phenomenal ear. So as soon as you give her the part, she holds it. I don't know how she digests the part like that, but she does. And that's what has made her a section leader for the past 2 years. But not just a leader in the section, she showed herself to be a leader in the choir. She was a leader among all of her peers. Some peers were graduating last year. She still was a leader among those peers. And in how she would engage other students and how she would, how responsible she was at different events and activities and performances. So Margie was a bright light at every single rehearsal, and she quickly became a strong leader for the choir, not just the section. So when it was time to elect new officers this year, that was not even an option. Like, president, no, we know who the president is going to be. The president is going to be Marjorie Simmons. So Margie served as our president this year, and she was a phenomenal president. All I had to simply say was, Margie, I think I need this to go out. And before I could complete my sentence, she had already posted something in classroom and a message to the students, driving them and encouraging them to do something. Her strong leadership has led us to another successful choir year. And Margie, I'm not sure what your future holds, but I do know it will be very bright. Continue to let your light shine, and please don't ever dim your shine for anyone else. Remember that God is always near and nothing is impossible. I will miss you sorely, and I love you. Congratulations.
That took me by surprise. I'm right here. Sure.
For our debate team, we have 2 students nominated by Ms. Conroy. Ms. Conroy wasn't able to be here today, so I will be reading her speeches for those students. Our first student is Bisola Oluyomi. This year, I am so proud to award the Cardinal Award to the captains of our team. Through these awards, I have the distinct honor of recognizing these 2 individuals who have revitalized our program with their energy and enterprising attitudes. I've seen both of these phenomenal young people grow over their years at LHS, and I am so proud of the ways in which they have used their leadership to solidify a team culture of fairness, critical thinking, and inclusion. This award recipient has been unshakable in competition and as a leader of the team. When she joined the team as a freshman, her observant nature and approach to research set her apart from her teammates. As an upperclassman, she has become known for neutralizing her opponent's arguments with devastating politeness and poise, and her cross-examination and questioning skills have become legendary. As the captain of the team, this student has proven to be absolutely irreplaceable. She has not only exercised her kindness and modeled critical thinking for her teammates, but she has also developed and delivered our orientation program for interested new team members and has innovated the structure of our sessions by preparing and leading activities for her peers. She is an exceptional collaborator who exercises her voice and influence so thoughtfully and responsibly. Her style is both grounded and imaginative, and I know that her peers have learned so much from her. This student has left such a positive legacy in her time on this team, and I am so very proud to present this Cardinal Award to Bisola. And our next student from Ms. Concord for the debate team is Brooke Zevin. This next Cardinal Award recipient person has been a phenomenal leader and collaborator, both during years of her participation in debate. Her passion for problem solving and genuine love of learning has enabled our team's creative approach to each topic and inspired her teammates to see problems in new ways. As a new team member of the team during her junior year, this student took the unprecedented step of writing an affirmative plan, an undertaking usually reserved for the most experienced members. She also welcomed several other now invaluable students at a critical time when we were returning to an in-person program. She has an outstanding ability to think critically, under pressure, and in competition, regularly frustrates her opponents with her unmatched boldness and fierce determination. Throughout her time on the team, this student has modeled what it means to be a good leader. She has devoted hours to developing presentations for her teammates, including orientation and writing workshops, and modeled what it means to act and think from a place of integrity. She has left such a positive mark on the team, and therefore I am very proud to present this Cardinal Award to Brooke. Our next student is Isaac Park, and he was nominated by Mr. Drobish for Jazz Band.
All right, thank you. My name is Michael Drobish. I'm the Director of Instrumental Music here. And we want to take a moment to recognize Isaac Park for his contributions to the jazz band this season. Your typical trumpet player is just loud, angry, cocky, arrogant. And Isaac is anything but. He's one of the nicest people I know. He's always smiling. His personality is just very, very infectious. And he really just helped guide his section, guide the band to a very great season. We hosted the first ever jazz championships here at Lawrence back in April. And we're really trying to put the jazz program on the map. And I look forward to your continued growth as a musician and know that you'll help us do that. So congratulations.
Our next Cardinal Award goes to Bryce Brandon, and he was nominated by Mr. Drobish for Marching Band.
So when I first met Bryce as a freshman saxophone player online, you can imagine playing sax over Zoom is not that much fun. And at the end of the year, he was a great sax player. But at the end of the year, he's like, I think I want to do percussion. I said, well, but you're a good sax player. Why do you want to switch? And he's like, well, I just want to try something new. And I said, oh, all right. I mean, I was a little hesitant, but figured give him a shot. He's really become one of our strongest percussionists. Great piano player, snare, mallets, played jazz kit in the big band, and just a very natural-born leader. And it really stood out when we were preparing for our performance tour in Disney World, and we had to kind of fill out the drum line. and we had some choir members, some color guard members picking up cymbals and bass drums and anything we can make noise with. And he quietly, consistently really helped to lead that and organize that. And I don't think we would have been as successful in Disney if it weren't for your presence and just your calming presence within the group. So great musician. I get one more year with you. Very much looking forward to it, so congratulations.
Our next student, nominated by Mr. Foster for Tangents, is Hayden Mills.
Right or left? What's your better side? Good morning, everyone. Reviving Tangents, which is Lawrence High School's creative arts and literary writing magazine club, was a feat that could not have been done without the continuous support and help of Hayden. During the first month of school, Hayden helped me organize materials to spread the word about our club. She helped hang up posters around the hallways and told her friends to attend our first meeting. Hayden also volunteered to sit with me at our table at LHS's open house night and did a wonderful job of telling students, families, and community members all about our club. Hayden and I also happily enjoyed and gave raving reviews about the food the cafeteria provided that night. Fast forward a little bit, and Hayden was instrumental in organizing volunteers and materials for our school-wide club fair. She even went as far as coaxing her parents to drop off specially arranged balloons to give our table that extra pump. Finally, during all of our meetings this year, Hayden was always listening and praising creative pieces that fellow club members shared. She gave great feedback and contributed fabulous artworks and poetry of her own, which was included in our published final product. Hayden effortlessly made possible the vision of a creative, supportive community that Tangents was meant to embody. Therefore, my nominee for the Cardinal Award is my fellow Stranger Things fanatic, Hayden Mills.
Our next student nominated for peer leadership from Ms. Resenio, Ms. Hope, and Ms. George is Lamar Elzambati. And I will read their speech on their behalf. We chose Lamar as the Peer Leader Cardinal Award recipient because she always goes above and beyond. Lamar can be counted on at all required events and makes herself available for any extra voluntary events that come up throughout the year. Lamar always has a smile on her face and brightens the room. She brings her positivity to all aspects of our program. We are so happy to have her as a peer leader and would like to take the time to recognize her for all she has done. Thank you, Lamar. We are so proud of you. Get one more. And our next student, nominated by the National Honor Society from Ms. Hoy and Ms. Bruner, is Emily Jorgensen.
Good morning. It is my pleasure to award the Cardinal Award for the National Honor Society to Emily. I've been lucky enough to have Emily for 2 classes and then see her as an officer in Honor Society this year. Emily's a quiet leader in the classroom, but she excels at a skill that many others struggle with. She listens. She listens to other people's ideas. She listens to what they have to say, and she has compassion and empathy on how to make the problem and the solution to find the right solution. She values that. She's the first one to volunteer for any challenge faced before her. There's almost 100 students in National Honor Society, and Emily's the one that really stood out as the first one to come to us. What can I do to help? How can I fix this problem? How can we raise more money for this organization? She was a huge asset this year, and I know that no matter what path she takes moving forward, she's going to be a huge success in college. Congratulations. The most important parts.
another round of applause to our Cardinal, please. So as I mentioned earlier, these are our kids who are doing great things in the classroom, most importantly, but also outside of our classroom and in our community. So I just want to say thank you for all that you're doing. Continue to do that. As some of your advisors said, you are the light in their organizations and their clubs. Please continue to shine your light and also pass that on to the students that come after you. We appreciate everything you're doing. I also want to take this time to acknowledge a lot of people in this room that are really important for your success, and that is your family. So please give them a round of applause for all that they do to make sure you are you. And thank you for what you're doing with your students. We appreciate it. So that is the conclusion of our Cardinal Awards. I do want to say you are our last inductees into our Hall of Fame in the 100 hallway. We have that with our student ones as well. So congratulations for that. Last but not least, families, you are welcome to our breakfast. And then our students, we're going to ask to take one group photo with Betty by our press. It is right behind this projector. Families, if you want to take a group picture with them, you can as well, as Betty's taking the picture. All right. Thank you for coming, everyone.